Mr. ArtSee has a very strong vision of Elliot, who's an artist and has a sense of the art as a social communication, as the possibility to kind of engage a greater public than the art public, if you like. So his ideas was to take something that was nostalgic or anachronistic or had a lot of kind of affect, which was an ice cream truck, and use it as an opportunity to kind of reinvent it, just like art has the possibility to reinvent or make something new, to re-envision.
So I had this idea of something that was kind of like a hybrid, where it still kept the banner or the umbrella of art, but would be able to bring art to people, so you didn't have to go to a home of like a gallery or museum. And so I really wanted, and the idea of an ice cream truck I thought was a very inviting way of presenting it, because what's more inviting than to hear that music and to sort of to get that inspiration of here comes the ice cream truck, so here comes the art truck. And yet if you're going to say here comes the art truck, it has to be defined like, well, what if it's going to be the embodiment of art? It's not like a bookmobile you can solve in a simple way. You take a truck and you fill it with books. But if it's going to be a symbol of art, then it has to change shapes, because art can be so many different things. So it has to be an interior space and an exterior space. So it has to be this transforming kind of symbol of contemporary art or art, or of an art space that still is defined as an art space, but then can travel around in a public way. I brought a 1961 ice cream truck in 2006, and I actually to launch it I had a party, and I borrowed from a collector friend. He owned a Willem de Kooning, and I stuck it in the window of the ice cream truck, and we had a party. And I told people of the idea, and I announced the project. And then I put together a small group of friends who we started brainstorming on how to get this done. And from there we started contacting designers and architects and worked with various designers and architects and coming up with proposals, and it's taken 3 years, because it really is a complicated question. I had known Serret metals from previous work with my sculptures. So when I started working on it, Serret's name began to appear, pop up with other architects and on other projects. So I mentioned the project to Josh, and it really became a good fit, because Josh knows so much about vehicles and about the metalwork. It worked out very well that way, and his enthusiasm for the project was great. So that's been terrific.
The project started off with Elliot telling me that he had a ice cream truck that he wanted cut up and turned into this image that he gave me. And I went out and I looked at this ice cream truck, and he had a very beat up, rusted, old ice cream truck. It wasn't the most agile thing in the world, and he wanted to turn it into this kind of artistic, mobile structure that unfolded and it moved and it did all this pretty intense stuff. And so basically what we had to do is what we're gonna have to do is just salvage the frame. This is really all it is right now. Is a clay model and some drawings, and he specifically wanted me to just salvage the frame and create a whole new thing with it, and turn it into Mr. ArtSee.
let's go back. So when there's a truck, but the truck is also programmable, if you like any kind of vehicle. It's a space. It's a space for possible theater, performance, music, a light show, artists to get together for conversation. So not only the truck has a functionality to it, I think this first instantiation of the truck has a lot to do with light, reflection, speed, a presence in the city, how it changes how we conceive of other vehicles and urban traffic and moving about. But there's another component to it that evolves in time, is that what happens when the truck parks? Are there works of art on it? Are there artists involved with it? And there are a number of great concepts. What kind of dialogues can be put forward? What kind of works can be put forward? And how can the vehicle do that? So you're trying to evolve, like any kind of gallery or museum, a program of artists, a program of concepts that the vehicle can serve, as well as actually manifesting a building, just like the new MoMA or the new ICA, or you've got to have the building, and then what are we going to do with this building? You know, what's the function of the building? So that's also part of the dialogue, to bring along curators, programmers, conceptualists to the project, as well as the hardware of the design and the physical thing and how it works.